¡Qué guay la voz, tío! Pero esto no es el... Esto no es la cinemática, gente. La cinemática... Esto es la historia de origen. La cinemática es otra cosa. Ay, me cae súper bien esta chica. No me acuerdo cómo se llamaba porque solo salió en un vídeo, pero es súper maja.
And a few new faces to the show. We have narrative designer Miranda Moyer.
And
cinematic director Ben Dye.
El director de las cinemáticas.
Thank you guys so much for joining. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
I'm really excited to share this. It takes an army to create a game.
I mean, the effort is clearly paying off. That short was just so much fun to watch. Now, it's been such an exciting week for everyone watching, but I'm sure for you three as well. Players have learned that the next beta is coming on June 28th. Can you tell me a little bit more about what we can expect to see in this beta?
A ver, ¿qué veremos en la beta? La gente de consola.
Junker Queen will be playable finally.
Río, gente, Río en la beta, confirmado.
I mean, I personally can't wait to get my hands on Junker Queen, and you're representing her right there with the cool shirt as well. What a great segue.
Río en la beta, confirmado, se confirma. Se confirma.
I think it's super exciting. I know everybody has been really anticipating this character for a long time. She's been super prominent in our lore ever since the Junkertown map came out, and I think people have really been looking forward to finally getting to experience everything that she has to offer.
What makes Junker Queen so unique, and why do you think the OH players will love her?
So, Junker Queen is interesting. Usually when we start a character, we do a bunch of drawings and we have a little story. But she was kind of born out of the Junkertown map.
Nació con el mapa de Junkertown.
That was associated with Roadhog and Junker.
O sea, cuando se creó el mapa de Junkertown ya salió.
Been kicked out of the city. And so we're like,
mira qué antiguo esta cinemática,
well, maybe there's some sort of leader. So we had the kind of Junkertown decree that you can see in the level. And then over time, it kind of developed that it was a queen.
Muchas gracias a todos por los subs. Luego os agradezco uno a uno, chicos. Luego os agradezco uno a uno. Tema de los anuncios, no los puedo parar yo, no los puedo poner yo. Es Twitch, ¿vale, gente? Me sabe fatal, pero es Twitch el que pone los anuncios durante este mes. No puedo hacer nada al respecto, gente. Lo siento muchísimo, de verdad. Bueno, pensad que me ayudan en el fondo y listo. Y aunque moleste un poquito, solo... No, este mes no lo puedo cambiar yo. No me digas cómo lo que puedo hacer y lo que no puedo hacer, lo sabré yo mejor. No los puedo tocar.
Does take a village of dedicated developers to really bring each one of those to life, but in a meaningful way. So let's take a deeper look at the making of Junker Queen.
A ver.
When we started on Junker Queen, first we have to decide what kind of role she's
going to take. Gameplay, por favor.
She's a tank.
Es un tanque.
Really aggressive tank. You know, we didn't want her to be kind of a Reinhardt style, stay back and guard her team. She's got this very ferocious nature, and we wanted for that to be represented in her gameplay as well.
Uy, uy. Ese cuchillo, ese cuchillo.
Junker Queen is just her big axe, you know, just to be able to swing that thing around is awesome.
It's always great to have some sort of anchor point to make sure we really incorporate
escopeta, hacha
abilities.
Y cuchillo que lanzas y vuelve. La hoja dentada.
She will kind of swing with the blade instead of normal punch. It does a little bit of extra damage and creates a wound on the enemy.
Ah, el melee hace sangrado.
Secondary fire, and it's really a great sort of skill shot to be able to land on an enemy, especially like a moving enemy. If you can
y el disparo secundario, lanzas el cuchillo, lo puedes recuperar y atraes al enemigo. Como Hawk.
So she can actually kind of pull people to herself if you can manage to stick that blade into somebody.
Si le clavas a alguien el cuchillo, lo atraes como Hawk.
She creates this kind of whirlwind of magnetized metal, including her weapons.
Vale, la ulti.
And it whirls around her and then she dashes forward.
Se lanza con un dash hacia adelante, atraviesa a los enemigos y los marca. Los deja heridos.
It's very easy to hit with this large area effect, so it heals you for a lot. But also, it creates a debuff on the enemies that reduces the healing that they receive to 0.
Les aplica anti-heal. Les aplica anti-heal. O sea, los atraviesa, los daña. Y les aplica anti-heal. Cuando metes un hachazo, escuchas guitarra. Qué bueno, tío. Se parece a Ash, la voz.
You feel this sort of magic that comes out of it.
I think players are gonna love her. She's scary, she's awesome.
She's a departure from any other hero that we have here.
You know, this is just a straightforward badass character.
She's just been so much fun to work on, and I'm just so glad to get her in people's hands finally.
Qué bueno, tío.
The Queen of Junkertown has arrived. So, how does the Junker Queen fit into the overall world of Overwatch?
I think Junker Queen's pretty interesting because there have been previous rulers of Junkertown. Junker Queen was not always the queen. And the old rulers of Junkertown have always been kind of content to just, you know, lord over the city. But Junker Queen, she has a very big axe and big ideas to go along with it.
What did you aim to achieve when developing Junker Queen?
We want to tell deeper stories for our heroes, have heroes that are connected to the world of the game. Big thing for Overwatch 2 is to move the lore of Overwatch along, so these type of heroes help that.
What are her abilities, and how do those abilities actually make her successful in the role she's in?
What's pretty awesome about this hero, she was developed when 5v5 from the start. She was never a part of the 6v6 world of Overwatch. Knowing she's the only tank on the team, what abilities that will help bolster the team. She has this commanding shout. It boosts the speed and armor.
Ah, tienes un commanding shout que bufa, te da speed y armadura.
Especially you need to push through a choke.
Eso no lo había escuchado antes.
She does the shout, all the players hear it, they move forward.
Grita, los jugadores lo oyen y les da un bufo.
Pero
esto lo había dicho antes. Ah, el cuchillo se llama Gracie.
A lot of her abilities kind of drain on the heroes and gives her health back.
Her ultimate, basically, it shoots you forward and you do this whirlwind with her
¿Eso es la
axe
Q?
that it does like
¿El
a big
hachazo?
anti-nade on everybody around you. So she's very aggressive and people
O sea,
have a ton of fun
prácticamente
doing it.
todas sus habilidades de melee hacen sangrado. Como un daño de dot, como si fuera la dinamita de Ash, pero no sabemos cuánto, ¿vale? Mira eso.
Nice flank routes allow her to get in closer to the enemy and then start to do her. What she does best is
o sea, tiene una escopeta de daño de distancia cercana. Es un héroe de distancia cercana, sobre todo. Luego tiene el cuchillo que lo lanza y si se lo clavas a alguien lo puleas. Si no se lo clavas, supongo que le pasas. Tiene un grito que bufa a los aliados. Y la ulti provoca anti-heal y daño. A ver, está claro que es un personaje que se ha hecho en el 5 vs 5 porque son dos tanques en uno, literalmente. Son dos tanques en uno, what the fuck. Y roba vida cuando pasa con la ulti también, sí. Habrá que ver las stats, gente, de esto porque las habilidades parecen bastante ultra rotas. Sí, es literalmente lo que se filtró hace un tiempo. Sí, es verdad. Yo no me lo esperaba, que fuera eso. O sea, yo quiero que sea fuerte este personaje, pero que no sea braindead, tío. Que no sea en plan hacer cosas sin querer y que te salgan bien, tío. Quiero que puedas tirarse y pensar un poco.
It really shines through. I want to thank all three of you for taking the time to sit down with me today and sharing all of this amazing information.
Tiene 400 de vida.
I know the fans at
Como
home
Zarya.
are on the edges
Como Zarya
of their
tiene más
seats,
en Overwatch 2,
so
creo.
am I, waiting to see it. So
No tiene mucha vida, ¿no?
let's take a look at the world premiere of the Overwatch
Nueva
2's
cinemática,
new
gente.
cinematic, The Wastelander.